Okay, hello. I don't post very much to YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Actually, it was my students that informed me that I had a YouTube channel. I didn't know that it was just because I uploaded stuff that I had a YouTube channel, but I guess I do. Shows you how much I know. Um, for those of you that follow or subscribe to me, because of the few things I posted that you found interesting, my name is Chris Nelson. I'm a high school band director. I teach in the great state of Oregon, and in the Salem Keizer School District, I'm a music educator. And because of recent events, because of the COVID-19 pandemic and the precautions that we have to take to prevent the spread of it, the rapid spread of it, um, my job is changing at almost at an hourly rate. I have, and you can see right here, I've got a couple different computers set up for various tasks. I'm a box guy. So as I try and get my phone repositioned here, I like putting things in boxes. I like being in this box and then this box, and so I I I do that anyway. And they may beep and make noises and things, but what we're supposed to do as teachers is changing at a rapid pace. Like I said, almost an hourly pace. And it's crazy enough that I want to create a record of kind of my thoughts and my feelings, what my plans are that will inevitably change drastically as this process continues. Um, as I may have alluded to before, this is like my fourth or fifth take in creating this just simple introduction video. So I can't remember what I've said and what I haven't said in this video. So if I repeat myself, I'm sorry. But as I may have said before, my my job is changing so fast, and my comfort level with how my job is changing right now is not very high. I'm not comfortable with it. And I think everyone's trying to do the best they can, and I don't really assess any blame, but I'm not very comfortable. So I want to create a record for myself of what it is that I'm feeling and thinking, and what my plans are. And I think that there will be some of my students who might find this interesting, some community members that might find it interesting, and some fellow educators that might find it interesting as well. So I'm making the record, and I'm not very good right now at creating videos for YouTube. I do have plans to utilize this medium in some regards to create things for my students to be able to do via distance learning. But right now, this is just me saying there's more to come. I'm going to get better at this, and I'm going to articulate some of my thoughts and feelings. I'm at the school right now because if I try and do too much of the work side of things at home, it's not good. It's not productive. It's not good, and it's not fair to my family. I don't. Others are more skilled at it than I am, but when I'm just trying to do the work stuff at home, and anyway, it's not good for my family. So I am here at the building. The superintendent did send an email that said the buildings were closed. Not even my administration's in the building, but the construction that's going on in the building is going forward. Construction workers are in and out. Any concern about me breaking any kind of sanitization or not sanitization, sterilization that the building's gone through, those aren't valid. The construction that's going on here is ruining that anyway if it was ever completed here at McNary. So I'm here until I'm explicitly told that I can't be. I'm going to be here underneath the guise of I'm given a specific work assignment. The Superintendent Perry's email did say that if you have a specific work assignment to be there, then you can be there. And I am including, for the Performing Arts Department especially, I've kind of self-designated myself as the boots on the ground here. There's a lot of materials in our music library, a lot of things that students need if we're going to do this distant learning thing effectively, and to have someone physically here to be able to do those and provide those resources to scan what we need to scan, to send it out for teachers in our Performing Arts Department, and I've volunteered to be that person. So until I'm instructed otherwise, I will continue to be that person because it works well. It actually is a benefit, I think, to me and my family to have, like I said, boxes. So as long as I can, I will be. My plans, I just want to articulate what my plans are right now because I'm sure that they're going to change. We received guidance last night from the Oregon Department of Education, and our district is still processing that. Um, I don't know what you would call it, the report or materials that they sent. Um, the phrase that they used was distance learning for all. And Salem Kaiser School District's approach up until now has been one of, listen, we're going to provide supplemental materials for kids and parents to provide for their kids at home, but we're not going to do anything graded, anything required via distance learning because of equity issues, which, you know, I understand. But it sounds like from the report that was issued last night that that's going to have to change, that we're going to have to find a way to actually give credit and actually grade things and require things of students as we're all separate and not physically in the school. This presents a lot of challenges. I'll give my raw feelings right now. I have already received criticism from people saying, well, why weren't teachers more prepared for this? Why weren't districts more prepared for this? And my initial thought is, if you're going to ask that of us, I'm asking it of you. So families, homes, why weren't you more prepared for this? Why all of a sudden the fact that you're the driver in your kid's education and not a teacher, why is that so shocking? Isn't that a reflection of what kind of attitude and what kind of involvement you've had in your kid's education? Isn't that a reflection of what's happened up to here? And if you haven't been very involved, if you haven't made yourself available, then yes, it's very difficult. Very, very difficult. The other thought that I have is I think your kid's not going to be occupied with school at home for 6-7 hours a day. They're not going to be. I would say that if we're doing this right, kids probably have an hour and a half maybe of work to do a day, maybe of content to even look at a day. Because you can move a lot faster as an individual. If you view education as just the acquiring content, then yeah, this is more efficient. But we all know that because of the repetition we can do in a setting like in a school, because of the social aspects, because of the connections that are made, the learning is much more powerful when we're all doing it at the same time. So there are advantages and disadvantages. But I just can't agree with the idea that one, we should have been prepared for this. I don't know how you could prepare for this. And I also think that even when schools are functioning exactly as they are supposed to, parents are in charge of their kids' education, not a school. And so if this can be a reality check, I'm a parent as well, for all of us. How involved are we in our kids' education? How much ownership do we take of it? And if we're not saying the buck stops with me with my kids' education, then we need to adjust our attitudes. That's how I feel about that right now. My plans for this channel, this video's already gone too long, but I've done several takes, and this is just going to be the last one, okay? My plans for this channel, I will post things where I offer my thoughts about things right here. I'll try not to be too controversial, but those of you that know me know that I cause problems, I guess. I'm not trying to, but I'm offering my thoughts. I don't intend to engage too much on those opinions and thoughts. I've offered them, and you can agree or disagree, but I'm not going to argue with you. But I'm also going to use this channel as a way to host create some content for my students that is hopefully helpful for them, interesting for them. They all know that I get off topic by discussing like the history and the theory and stuff behind, and it's not off topic, but they think it's off topic. The history and theory behind the music that we're playing and all of this. Well, I'm going to do that here. So I'm going to get better at creating these videos. I'm going to make them as interesting as I can. I'm trying to decide if it's better for me to record them here or at home. I don't know. But that's where I am right now. My plans also for distance learning is to occasionally assign some excerpts, some etudes, things for kids to play and to be able to record and upload recordings via probably Google Classroom. So I need to figure that out. My hope is that by Friday I have a framework of what I'm going to do. But the bottom line is this. My students need to practice. They need to have their instruments. So we're trying to figure out if their instrument is here, how to get it to them. But they need to be practicing. They have music in their folders that, yes, we may not get to perform, but practice it. and just be playing every day. Play every day. There's no reason at this point why you can't play, at least 30 minutes a day. I think an hour a day broken up is fine, but an hour a day would be great. But do what you can to play every day. Keep yourself safe and healthy. Follow the guidelines that our health experts and government leaders have outlined. Don't go places. Stop gathering together and playing Xbox with each other. Can't you do that virtually anyway? Can't you do that separate from each other anyway? But don't stop like getting together and in the same space physically. Stay home. It's boring, yes, but stay home. Practice your instrument. And those are my thoughts, my feelings right now. And I'll post more when I've got more. All right, here we go.